Reporter reported that on 19 September 2014, Pangwong storm hit Manila, the Philippines. It caused a heavy rain and flood in the city. Eastern of Manila was affected from the storm the most because it is the lowest land level in the city. At least 5 people were killed from the disaster and it immediately impacts people in the area. 200,000 people have to move to the safe area immediately. Furthermore, the government announced to close the schools, official office, and markets, while the airport has cancelled over 21 flights in a day. Manila and the northern provinces were worst hit, with residents being rescued from the roofs of flood homes. The floodwaters began to subside in parts of the Philippines on Saturday, allowing displaced residents to return home and begin clearing up. Pangwong has struck the archipelago with winds of 95 km per hour and gusts of 120 km per hour, gathering strength as it moves north. 3 weeks' worth of rain is reported to have fallen overnight in parts of the country. Roofs were blown away, trees toppled, and highways flooded across the island of Luzon, seat of the capital, Manila. We can't just move to another place. My house is here. We have spent money on it. It would be a waste if we left, a Manila suburb said. Now, I'm going to talk to the Filipino who work in Thailand. I'm here today with our guest, Mr. Anthony, to ask about the previous typhoon Pangwong that caused flood in the capital of the Philippines. Mr. Anthony, did your family in the Philippines suffer from the typhoon?
Not really, but because my family is in Visayas region. However, my relatives, they are in the capital of the Philippines, Manila. They suffered from the typhoon and they suffered from flood.
So Philippines is always suffering from a natural disaster like typhoon. What do you think is the best solution to help the affected people or families?
Based on what I saw, I think the government should increase the rescue team. Build or create or build relocation site.
Yeah, like station rescue in school, something like
that. Yeah, government buildings, school, like that. They should, plan ahead that if the typhoon will come, the people will stay in that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Mr. Anthony.
You're welcome.
Now I'm with another guest, Mr. George. First of all, I'm sorry for the incident. Did your family suffer from the Pangwong typhoon?
Yes, my family suffered from the typhoon, especially my sister who stayed in Manila. Good thing that they stayed in a 2-story house where they were able to get all their things up to the 2nd floor before the flood came in.
Oh, so they can stay in the 2nd floor.
Yes.
As Philippines was hit by typhoon and people in the city was in trouble badly. The biggest issue that most people are talking about is people were not getting help equally. Some of them were rescued fast, but some of them were forgotten. What do you think is the best solution to solve this problem?
Yes, that's really a problem, especially if there's typhoon, people are forgotten and some people were rescued. The good solution to that is the government should be ready all the time. Before the typhoon will come to the Philippines, everything should be ready. It should always be like that so that people from far places will be also rescued.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Thank you. In 2010, Thailand faced one of the worst flooding cases from over a decade. There are many factors that make Thailand in the worst situation, such as natural factors, monsoons, and water management. These are main factors that cause extremely flood in Thailand. There are numerous things which Thailand and the Philippines are in the same situation. Firstly, Thai people do not get serious in protecting disaster because they do not always face such a crisis like this before. Therefore, When the water comes, people will immediately be in trouble. Secondly, water management is also the main factor. Both Thailand and the Philippines do not have good enough water management. Take for example, in European countries, when there is a big storm or extremely rainfall, although there is also a flood, it takes less time to manage the water. That is why people in those countries are not facing with the floods for long period. At the same time, in 2010, the flood takes a half year time to ease up the situation. Finally, people cut down trees so much. So there is a disaster, the situation always be a double degree.